Hey everybody, my name is Tommy Davidson. You might know me from Booty Call, In Living Color. Let's see the movie Woo, the Proud Family on the Disney Channel, and you might know me from Making You Do This. COVID's over. I don't have that. And you are watching FaceTime with Ty Wharton.
From Times Square in New York City, it's FaceTime with Todd Wharton. With special guest, Tommy Davidson. And now, here's your host, Todd Wharton.
Welcome to another edition of FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I'm your man and host, Todd Wharton. But before we get to this amazing show, let's get to today's news. So in a recent written publication by citizensforethics.org, as of April 2023, Donald Trump has been credibly accused of committing at least 56 criminal offenses since he launched his campaign for president in 2015. That total only reflects allegations relating to his time in or running for office and omits, for instance, Trump's criminal exposure for fraudulent business deals. So I think the question on a lot of people's mind is, if he's been credibly accused of so many of these crimes, how is he getting away with it? How is he not being convicted? I mean, how does he do it?
How is Donald Trump never convicted of a crime? That's simple, because he carries the white privilege card. Whether he's paying off a porn star with election funds, leading an insurrection, dancing on the campaign trail, tax fraud, or just
grab him by the pussy.
Donald Trump always carries white privilege card. Don't leave your white ass home without it.
Guys, we got a great show for you tonight. Actor, stand-up comedian, and jazz singer, my man Tommy Davidson's going to be in the house. And then later on, a special performance again by my man Tommy Davidson featuring the legendary Stevie Wonder. The guys who don't want to miss it, stick around and we'll be right back after these messages.
FaceTime with Todd Wharton is brought to you by Relaxitives. Does this look familiar? Are you constipated, in pain, bloated, pretty much can't push one out? Well, your problems are solved. Introducing Relaxitives. This is a highly intensified formula. When combined with coffee, will have you feeling as good as new in seconds. Wow, I feel great! Warning, this product has not been approved by the FDA. If you decide to take this product, we recommend you stay home for 24 hours, lock the door, be near a toilet, and God bless your anus.
Great day seeing, great world to be in, sun shining brightly, breeze blowing lightly.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder.
It's the truth, it's action. Everything is satisfaction. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day.
Hey, Daddy.
Shut up, bitch! Relaxatives. It's the bomb.
So welcome back to the show, everyone. So my guest tonight is no stranger to Hollywood. This man has done it all. Stand-up comedy, films, TV shows. And speaking of TV shows, I'm about to show you one of my favorite clips of all time from one of my favorite TV shows. That's right, In Living Color. Guys, check it out.
Hey, send her right in. I love breaking in new talent.
Wanda, he's all yours.
I guess you waiting on your masseuse, huh?
Well, actually, I was waiting for a beautiful woman to come walking into my life, and I guess from the look of things, my wish has come true. Well, good looking, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
How about if I called you tonight?
Hey, okay then.
I take you somewhere we can get wine,
For real, though.
dinner, and the whole 9 yards.
Oh, yeah, that was sure. You talking this kind of stuff I like. Let's go.
Let's go. I want to see my angel.
Hey,
Float,
hey, that's my
float
song.
on. I thought you said you look like Vanna White.
I do look like Vanna White.
You look like Slappy White.
I don't know why you tripping.
Please welcome to the show, my man, Tommy Davidson. Tommy, how you doing, man?
Stopping in New York City, man. Always good. Grew up in the Afro, halfway. Glad to be back.
Oh, man, I think we're glad to have you back. Now, we're going to recap real quick. If the fans don't know, and my fans usually does, guys, if you've seen Living Color, you know, it's kind of like a small show. The Wayans, Alan Greer.
Nobody came off of it. Nobody famous came off of it, you know.
I don't know, J-Lo, Jamie Foxx. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Small stars.
Small, tiny. And you guys also know him from, there's a little cool film called Strictly Business. My girl, Holly Berry, out there. Yeah.
Oh, retell.
Oh, yeah. And, Woo, and come on, that's Jada. This guy's been around the block for a long time, but he's completely killing the game because he is strong as ever. And you have a lot going on right now. Let's talk about what you're doing today. All right. Especially for the kids.
That's a good subject.
Kids. Yeah. Let's get into
Great
it.
subject.
You have a Disney Plus show, which is blessed that it's in season 2. I believe it premiered in February. Okay.
It did, yeah.
Family, right? And you Oscar proud.
Hey, where you at? Okay.
Exactly. Pretty much
all right.
Overprotective father. How do you like how we're getting into season 2 now, streaming on Disney Plus? A pretty big deal for you, man.
It's really big, and we're close to being #1 in the world.
Yeah.
So that's a little different than the Disney Channel. And I've never had a job. I don't think anybody has had a job that ended 20 years ago and then started back again.
True that.
Yeah.
And
it's just a pleasure to be doing it. And it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing about my career is I don't stop having fun, and it's for everybody. With the changes that the country has gone through, racial changes, political changes, the Proud Family is the best example of what Americans are.
True that.
We're everything.
True that.
We're black, we're white, we're everything.
Yeah, and I love the comedic vibe of it. Now, I do have to ask, you have 4 kids. Was it pretty easy to get into a role as the overprotective dad?
Very easy. Very easy, especially with my girls, Yeah. And so they were raised on Papa Proud, Oscar Proud. And they were raised by me too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was such a blessing.
Yeah.
They're in their 30s now and doing their own thing, But to have their dad be that dad, I couldn't have asked for a better situation.
No, of course not. And you can use examples to be like, listen, kids, you see all these good-looking co-stars I'm working with here? These are the people I want you staying away from. I don't care if they got Oscars. I don't care if they got 8 figures. You see all these pretty boys right here? There's a reason why they become
right.
You need to stay away from this. Michael B. Jordan, we good. Get that. I'm cool with that. He's young. I can win. Right? I can win. I don't know if Steve actually agree on that.
Well, actually, with my kids growing up in Hollywood, nothing really impresses them. They've grown up in it. The grew up with the Wayans and Jim's Carrie's daughter. I mean, that's normal to them.
Yeah.
So they don't even go outside of that. They're whatever. You got a Ferrari, okay. You got a TV show, oh, is that right? You know what I mean?
And I'm sure they love the fact that their dad's a comedian who are not in public sometimes because my dad embarrasses me too. You ever have like a comedic moment and your kids are like, oh man, here goes dad again. He's about to do something crazy.
That's every time we're together. I don't care where we are. They're just like, can you not do that right now? Please, can you not do that right now? I'm going, you got to live life, man. You got to be, come on.
Yeah, you have to live life. And you've been living life like crazy. Successful actor, successful comedian, just a really great personality. I have to ask, music. I love how you're doing music now, and I'm sure you've been doing it a lot longer than what people know.
Yeah.
You're always around music. You're always around great people. What made you decide, out of all the genres, to really hit the mellowistic vibe of jazz? That's where you're at right now. What
I wanted to get into music all my life, and I know how to do all of it, any type, but I had to think of it from a strategic standpoint.
Right.
What can I go into now that fits me where I'm at?
Yeah.
You know, and also where can I contribute music to the music that's been contributed to me?
Yeah.
The stuff that I just love. You see? So I just pick that, and then I'm going to just let the process take me wherever I go. R&B, rock, or wherever it goes. But right now, that's where I'm starting. And I just love the fact that smooth jazz is global.
Yeah.
It's global. And I really love this world, man. And everything in it, man. So it gives me a chance to give back to a world that to me is wonderful. I mean, we have trouble and all that stuff, you know. I don't have to talk about that.
No, you don't have to talk about it all.
Yeah.
You're pretty much creating a trifecta of talent. Like, you entertain people on the silver screen with laugh and sadness, right? You entertain people in comedy by just making them laugh, because we all need laughter in our lives. And now you're giving people something to listen to, whether they're cruising in the car, relaxing in the car, just something in the background where it's just like, you know what? I can head crack to this. This is like head cracking jazz. And Dave Codd's Sweet Reunion, tell me how that came about, because that's a pretty big deal right there.
Well, Dave, I did his cruise. So Dave became a big fan of mine because he watched me sing, and he's like, that sounds real, you know? So when it came down to the time when I was going to do my album, I asked him if he would do his song with me. And he said yes. And I was like, all right. And I don't think he expected me to be that good, but he wouldn't have picked the song if he didn't. And that was the connection.
I love
it. We just took it from there.
Yeah, and I love how it starts out mellow, like you're building into it. And take about 45 seconds into it, the beat drops. And that's because it starts out where you're like, you know, kind of a little mellow, kind of like when you're at
reeled in. Come on, come with me,
yeah. It feels like I'm on a riptide being pulled out into the sea. And right when I get into the deep waters, the tidal
wham! Yeah. Yes. And that's what's designed like that, you know?
I loved it, man. I loved it. And then you also hooked up with others as well. I know that there's another jazz great that you worked on a song recently. Tell me about that one as well. I think it's called
Richard Elliott.
I know.
Richard Elliott. Yeah. Richard Elliott played for Tower of Power. He's one of the funkiest, best saxophonists in the world to me.
Yeah.
Especially in smooth jazz as well. And it happened the same way. You know, when I met him, I was stars in my eyes. And he said, I met you one time in a Cuban restaurant, man, and we talked outside for a half an hour. You know? And I was like, this is my guy. So I called him.
Yeah.
I said, what do you think of this tune? He said, I dig it. Let's do it. And that's the tune I know. I know it's the first tune that I arranged, produced with another producer.
Wow.
So I know it's totally different from Sweet Reunion. I'm showing my range now.
Yeah, I definitely heard it. There's similarity in the beat because jazz has a a very eclectic sound to it. So,
Mm-hmm.
now the title I know, does that mean you knew it was going to be a hit or you knew people would like it? Tell me about that.
It served multiple purposes.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, well, I was 15 and I had a job at a hospital and it was a good job. And in February, like the coldest month, I'm from Washington, D.C., the bus driver would look right at me and just zoom right by.
Wow.
And I had to walk to work. And from that point on, and this was a song that I had, it's actually a remake of a Tom Brown song.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided right then that I know what I'm going to do.
Wow.
I'm never going to put myself in a situation where somebody can control where I'm going.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know the direction I want to go into. And so that was it. And it worked out. The guy who wrote the song called me and was like, "Whoa, man." And that's it. Music is my real heart.
Yeah.
It is my real love,
Yeah, and now you're developing it. And I love how you say your direction, because one of the things I say at the end of my show and every show
mm-hmm.
is that you're not living a passionate life, and whose life are you living? And what that pretty much means is 95% of the world, what they do is because of what other people see for them instead of what
mm-hmm.
themselves. And the ones that see for themselves are the ones, like it says behind me, well, this side says be you, pretty much meaning this is your life, like live it. Don't let anybody
mm-hmm.
of that. And you also, from music, you're doing something else now that includes music. Not only have you been headlining with the Wayans brothers on a comedic tour, I think it's called Off Color Comedy, right?
Yeah, Off Color, and also with Cat Williams now.
Yep, with Cat. Did you ever meet Red Grant, by the way? Because that's a friend of mine.
Oh, Red Grant is on the tour. And I've known him for years. He's from Washington, D.C. I love this guy.
Yes, he did, because I actually attended Red Grant's party he did at the mansion by D.C. I was blessed to develop a good relationship with him, interviewed Red. And I liked how...
Great guy.
Yeah, he's a really great guy, Cat Williams. And it was just a lot of fun, and it's... comedians, man, have just such a great personality. And now they're co-headlining with you on that as well. But you're doing something now, which is really cool, that you're bringing into New York City at Sony Hall. It's called Star Karaoke New York City. And this is... man.
It's where you get to be the star.
Yeah.
There's a lot of singers and a lot of entertainers out there that gotta wait to get on American Idol or something, or The Mask, or we're gonna bring it right to you. Yeah, you and your friends just have a great time. Professional band. We're gonna rehearse you. You're gonna really get a shot at performing, because we're emphasizing on performing, not the music business. The skill of it.
Somebody can't sing.
Huh?
What are you gonna do if somebody can't sing?
Hey, man, that's just how it goes. If they can't sing to the music that's already there, they better keep going,
Can you bring...
Because we're going to settle.
You got to bring the Sandman in to pull him out. That's all. You have to do it. Well, let's talk about the band, because I want people to understand that this is not even filled with stars like yourself. This band is not just your normal band.
No, it isn't.
That has performed with some of the greats like Alicia Keys. You got guys that work with Christina Aguilera. How did you group these guys together? Because I know you co-host and then doing it. What was the inspiration behind really doing something like this? Because this would make a lot of people nervous to have a type of band like that behind them, hosting, and now they got to come up and get on the mic and sing in front of a sold-out crowd, and it's like, not suck.
I can sum it up in 2 words. Rob Lewis.
Wow.
Is a magnificent arranger, musical director, piano player. And he's the one that saw me on Tommy. And over the years, he just wanted to do it. And he's one of the most skilled musicians probably in the business.
Mhm.
And he MD'd Christina Aguilera, Tony Braxton. I mean, just to name a few. And can arrange and can really do a lot of things musically.
Yeah.
You know? So like me, I'm the Bruce Lee of comedy. He's sort of like the Bruce Lee of music. Both of us are like, what?
You gotta ad-lib the whole entire scene, like hosting.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man, he's hosting, but do you notice that the words are coming out different than his lips? Yo, man, it's probably somebody in the background talking, and he's just doing that crap.
I bet you so.
That's pretty impressive, man.
So that's the best thing that we have. You have me on one side, you know, who knows the business from a creative and performing side.
Mm-hmm.
And we got him from the music side.
Wow.
We just love talent.
Yeah.
We love talent. And in this, I guess, age,
mm-hmm.
Quick turnaround, like the audience is like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? You know, it's moving so fast.
Yeah.
That the really talented ones get overlooked
all the time, and they never
get
out. And with this,
right,
people are paying for a ticket not only to meet to draw. I mean, I'm sure you got to have how many people you got to have up there. It can't be everybody because you're going to be there all night. I've been to karaoke. Once in a while you get a good singer. A lot of times you get people who think they can sing. Like me personally,
right.
You put me up on that stage. I'm a comedian like you. I dance. I'm an entertainer. I'm a talk show. I'm gonna get up there and just have fun with Todd, make him laugh. But me singing, I stick out in the bathtub with the shower, and you know you're bad when your own crowd starts booing you when you're in the shower, and it's just you know
you're bad when you start singing and everybody thinks you're Scooby Doo. Okay, so you know, so you know. We're just proud of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And we will have special guests because we know everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Q-Tip. I mean, who's not going to be there in New York? Okay. I mean, Bobby Brown. I mean, whoever.
Yeah.
And you can sing Mariah Carey, or if you want to, you can sing Louis Armstrong, whatever you want to do.
I love
just come on up and you do it. You know?
I'm still waiting to find the next Luther Vandross. That's the voice I want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was going to be Ruben Sutter, but that ended up not happening. I thought he was the closest thing I've ever heard, but it kind of like left the scene pretty much. And once in a while, he
actually
out. You know, I want the next Luther. I want the next Marvin Gaye.
Right.
Those boys.
I found out what happened to him. He actually exploded, and then there was pork rinds all over Times Square. Okay, so you know, hey, get out of here. It's enough for everybody. Hey, Louis. These are pork rinds.
That's horrible.
It's a big brown pinata, and it went boom. And now we're snacking. Okay,
so they're going to be able to see this, witness it, Sony Hall, April.
Right.
Where can they go tickets? It's a starkaraokenyc.com. Is that the website?
Yes, exactly. And it's going to be a really good thing, man. The 90s music. So we're talking about, I mean, I can go on and on and on. SWV, you know, EPMD, we can just go hard.
We can just go hard. Right? One of the guys covering it.
And Dross, I mean, just Patti LaBelle, and we can just keep going. Yeah.
I know something about you. You actually opened for Patti LaBelle back in the day.
Yes.
Oh, man.
When nobody knew who I was.
I know. And so I had to say that because you mentioned an icon, and if people don't know, you opened for her, which led you to LA. You know, you met Robert Townsend, did all the
Right.
things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm loving how you're bringing back the 90s because, as I'll explain, I'm actually one of the guys that's been covering the Universal Hip Hop Museum 50th.
Right. Okay.
So I would love to see Melly Mel. That's my boy back in.
Oh man, rough.
Melly Mel coming on that stage, he doing somebody just sitting up
man.
there ripping it with him. Like that's the nice.
It's just gonna be. It's just gonna be beautiful. Force MDs. It's New York. It's New York, man.
You're calling all your friends. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, man. It's time. It's time to get under one roof.
Yes.
And just jam for the love of it.
For the love of it.
For the love of it, man.
For the love of money.
Yeah, there's no test. It's not a contest, so you don't got to be all tight. You can just let it loose for your friends, man.
I love it. I love it. Guys, again, Sony Hall, April 30th. Star Karaoke NYC, hosted by my man right here. Yeah, listen, Tommy, before we go, I know you have a lot going on. You have a couple of films in the works. I know you probably can't talk about a lot. Are you excited about that coming out? You got a couple of silver screen things happening again?
Yeah, it's all about my company and just creating stuff that I want to see. So I'm doing television, film, music, books, documentaries, philanthropic projects.
Mm-hmm.
Just traveling the world and helping people and just maximizing my one-way ticket on this blue earth we got, man.
Beautiful. And I love it. Now, people want to follow you, sign up to an email list, really get to know real Tommy for all that your work. Your website, is it TommyDavidson.com or is there something different in that?
Right. There's several of them because I got a clothing line and I do my stand-up. But the best thing to do is to go to the Real Tommy Cat on Instagram, which will lead you to everything else.
Perfect.
It's like Morpheus and Neo. It's like, which pill are you gonna take, man? And then once I hook you up from the back of the neck, you're going, and then you wake up, you go, I know karate, and I'm gonna go, show me some.
I love it. The Real Tommy Cat on IG. Follow this guy.
Yes.
I follow him now. Really talented guy. Tom, man. Appreciate you being on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I'm really looking forward to seeing you at the Stony Hall.
And it's Todd.
It is Todd.
It's Todd.
I'm an Italian guy with like a Dutch name. I don't even know why that even happened. It's kind of weird.
Well, you got to put the Italian tone on it. It's Todd. Todd.
Yeah. Call me Tommy. Call me Todd.
Yeah. Call me Tommy. Call me Todd.
My Jewish last name.
But don't call me Thumper, or I'll thump you.
Yeah, and don't meet me and Tommy in the street because we will come at you.
Nice.
Vibe. That's what we're gonna do.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
We brothers. You see the resemblance, right?
Long way sure come out.
That's right.
Long way sure come out.
Yeah, man, we gotta have some fun. I can't wait to come out there, guys. Definitely, again, I'm gonna repeat it. April 30th, Stony Hall. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And guys, don't go away because my man right here got a nice music video. We're gonna show you guys featuring the legendary Stevie Wonder with my man Tommy Davidson right here on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. Tom, brother, take care, and I'm gonna see you in a bit. Thanks for being on the show, brother.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, bro.
So here he is performing with the legendary Stevie Wonder, my man, Tommy Davidson.
never said that.
Keep it. Keep on singing.
Somebody can know this.
Keep on singing.
You're gonna be bleeding from your throat in about 5 minutes. We're gonna be, okay.
Oh, then someone says, go Stevie, like I'm gonna sing. No. Ain't gonna happen.
I know all your stuff, so I could just keep going forever.
I just came here to give you some love. Is that not enough? That's good, that's good. Yeah, I like seeing you. I like seeing you. I like reggae, but you dance too fast for me. I like to make love to you. You can make me stay. Do you already wanna? What is bothering you? Yeah, already wanna. What you trying to do? I like seeing both us fighting. I like seeing them. I'm gonna start by. I like seeing both us fighting. I like to see you whether I'm gonna start a bar. Do you already wanna? What is wrong with you? Yeah, I already wanna. What you trying to do? I'll just make sure you harmonica, do the harmonica.
So I want to thank Tommy for being a guest on FaceTime with Todd Wharton, man. I could laugh at you for hours. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm sure you enjoyed the show. But before you go, guys, remember, go to sonyhall.com, April 30th. Star Karaoke NYC, hosted by my man Tommy Davidson. It's going to be an amazing show. FaceTime with Todd Wharton is going to be in the house. And guys, I look forward to seeing everybody there. But until the next time, if you're not living a passionate life, then who's like you living? Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.